Hey guys, this is your host Thomas Tyree here from On the Hot Podcast. Today, this will be the Combat Series episode number 147 for you guys today. And to kick off the Combat Series this week, I'll be sharing my fight summary on the fight that took place in the heavyweight division this weekend between Deontay Wilder and Derek Chisora. So it was Deontay Wilder who defeated Derek Chisora by split decision in their heavyweight bout Saturday night in the sport of boxing. Now, honestly, my point still stands the test of time. Like I said last week, I wish we seen Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora earlier in their boxing careers when they were at least in the prime of their careers. Not when Deontay Wilder was 40 and Derek Chisora was 42 and his final boxing fight. But despite the fight what it was pretty entertaining. But this fight, if you're a fan of boxing technical techniques and boxing technical style, a boxing technical style being displayed in the boxing ring, this was not your fight. And honestly, the fight between Deontay Wilder and Derek Chisora, it honestly reminded me of a high school cafeteria fight between two guys that's in there to hurt each other for 15 to 30 seconds. That's just going to throw haymakers, throw the most viral shot against the person that they're fighting to land the most viral shot and hurt them as bad as they can. This was a very sloppy fight between Deontay Wilder and Derek Chisora. Very sloppy heavyweight fight Saturday. But me being a fan of heavyweight boxing, I have to say it was fun. It was fun to watch. Like Wilder versus Chisora, big guys getting in the ring for 12 rounds. It was a very close fight, and nobody had this on their bingo cards, this fight going the distance between Deontay Wilder and Derek Chisora. I don't care how much you know about boxing. If you're a boxing wizard, nobody thought this was going the distance. Very close fight for 12 rounds, and it came to 2 points. 2 points that Deontay Wilder squeaked by Derek Chisora. And he won by 2 points, and I think he honestly won based off of the 2 knockdowns that he scored against Derek Chisora. And Deontay Wilder did score the knockdown in the 8th round, but had a point deduction for too much hugging or pushing, and especially when Deontay Wilder scored the knockdown, but also resulted in a pushing Derek Chisora through the ropes. And I don't agree with the 1 point deduction, but he was overseas fighting in Derek Chisora's backyard in the UK, so you can expect that from the referees nowadays in boxing. But Derek Chisora, you look at the copy box stats, Derek Chisora actually landed more punches than Deontay Wilder. 143 punches that Derek Chisora landed compared to Deontay Wilder, who landed 125 punches. But I think Deontay Wilder did deserve the victory because the 2 knockdowns that he scored and the fact that Deontay Wilder connected on the cleaner punches and scored the 2 knockdowns, earning the split decision victory to defeat Derek Chisora Saturday in the sport of boxing. But Deontay Wilder now extends his record to 45 wins, 4 losses, 1 draw in his boxing career. And this is honestly the first decision victory for a fighter that had a 97% knockout ratio heading into the fight against Derek Chisora. His first split decision victory or decision victory in over 2,000 days in the sport of boxing. So that's pretty remarkable, pretty incredible by Deontay Wilder. But what's next for Deontay Wilder after this crazy fight with Derek Chisora? So we got some options here. What's next for Deontay Wilder is, now that Deontay Wilder is back with a victory against Derek Chisora, squeaking by Derek Chisora with a split decision victory, he's now back in the heavyweight division looking to continue his boxing career. And there could be some big fights for the big Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber. And there's some 3 fights on the table. I got 3 possibilities here. You can fight Alexander Usyk possibly by the end of 2026. That's a fight that both Wilder and Usyk has said that they want at some point before these guys retire in a heavyweight fight. And Usyk has basically cleared out the division other than some youngsters and Deontay Wilder. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get that by the end of 2026. There's also a youngster in the division that could be the scariest opponent for any opposing veteran heavyweight still left in the division. That's Moses Atama. He is a true wrecking ball, true knockout artist, one of the most devastating knockout artists in the heavyweight division since we've seen since Mike Tyson was in his prime. Or he could fight Anthony Joshua. So I think all 3 of those fights are really fun for Deontay Wilder. I think, honestly, this version of Deontay Wilder against those 3 guys that I just mentioned truly only has a puncher's chance, an overhand right, or several wild hooks or haymakers landing in order to defeat any of those guys. But hey, I could be wrong. This is heavyweight boxing, and anybody has a puncher's chance in this division. But Deontay Wilder, out of those 3 fights, I would love to see Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua. And this is the big money fight. This is another fight that we should have got when both guys were in the prime of their careers. For whatever reason, it was held off for all those years. But the closest we were getting to this was the calendar year 2024, 2 years ago. But we could have got that because all these guys had to do and their card on Turki Al-Sheikh's card back in 2023 were just winning their fights, and we would have got this fight. Anthony Joshua did his part against Otto Wallen, but Deontay Wilder could not get past Joseph Parker. Lost that fight in dominant fashion by unanimous decision, and then the talks of Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder were completely shut down. But the possibility is still wide open for Wilder and Joshua. It's here right now, and styles makes fights. Deontay Wilder called Anthony Joshua out to his face yesterday and said, let's get it on. Styles makes fights. What are we waiting for at this heavyweight division 2026? Can Deontay Wilder's aggressive style mixed with the dangerous overhand right give Anthony Joshua problems? And Anthony Joshua is not indestructible from several chaotic punches or hooks or the overhand right connecting on his chin, because we did see Daniel Dubois knock out Anthony Joshua in a crazy chaotic offensive style a few years ago at Wembley Stadium in that type of way, landing wild exchanges and punches in a counter-punching battle. And then can Anthony Joshua send Deontay Wilder officially into retirement? Because the next time Wilder steps in the ring, it'll be his 51st professional boxing fight. That's a lot of mileage on your tank. And could he be the one to send him into retirement? Because Anthony Joshua, he's gone through a lot of stuff since his Jake Paul victory, but he's training with one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world today in Alexander Usyk. And we just seen what Anthony Joshua could do when he lands the power punches. I don't give a damn if it's Jake Paul or not. When you break a man's jaw in 2 different places and put him on a knockout reel, that's very impressive and shows that you still got it in the sport of boxing. So sign me up for this fight, but I would have to lean toward Anthony Joshua against a future fight with Deontay Wilder because he is the more polished boxer and has more to the table than just chaotic punches or having a puncher's chance to defeat Deontay Wilder. So sign me up for that fight. But that is my overall thoughts on Deontay Wilder versus Derek Chisora, and that's my overall thoughts on who Deontay Wilder should fight next in the sport of boxing.